Hello, everybody. My name is Cameron Kentz, and yes, as the title says, I cannot talk or suggest it. I don't know. I am now 18 years old. My birthday was it's 12:18 right now, so yesterday, I guess, or like 18 minutes ago. Um, all right, so it feels different being a adult now. I do not really like it yet, just because one, I'm not used to it, and two, I've just been having a lot of I've been questioning stuff that I'm supposed to do, as because I've heard that I'm supposed to sign up for a draft. I know I have to do jury duty, stuff like that. Some stuff like that. And plus nothing, I have nothing really to say, but I plan to do the point of this video is to I want to do 5 highs, 5 lows, and 5 highs and 5 lows of my childhood. I should probably describe that better, and my goals for the future as an adult. All right, let's start with the lows. Get with the highs, because that just sounds more better. All right. All right. So some of these I do need. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Some I do want to talk about more, because some of these seem kind of simplistic, but my perspective, I feel like if I share that and describe it more, it'll be more impactful. Is that the word? I don't know. It'll just make more sense to you guys. I don't know. I'm not the best talker. You guys probably knew that, with constant stuttering. That's something that's a slight goal, a short-term goal I want to work on. As an adult, I've been wanting to work on that for so long, but I don't know how. All right. Okay. Sorry. I was focusing. All right, so let's start with the lows. All right. My first low, which is the best of the least, this one didn't affect me as much. I mean, it still affects me to this day, but it's the first day of my school year. My first day of school. All right. My first day of school was 3rd grade. All right. I was homeschooled for kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade, and my mom taught me all she knew, most of the stuff, basic English, grammar, money stuff. But then when on the first day, we talked about fractions and stuff. And remember, I was in 3rd grade, so it's sort of new. It was sort of new for that grade, I think. I don't know. But the point is, I didn't know much about it. And the person sitting across from me, he bullied me. About that. He was like, "Oh, you should go back in kindergarten." And he thought I don't want to mock the person. I doubt they're going to watch this video and remember that, or even watch the video in general. I'm not trying to bash on anyone, I guess. That was just a stupid mock that I tried to do. That wasn't funny. Sorry. But I got bullied the first day of school. My first ever day of school. Okay, so a reason I would remember that, it's kind of like Inside Out. Have you seen that movie? If you haven't, it's a good movie. It's a Disney movie. So the girl, which is 11 years old, goes to a new school from across the United States, and she gets gets upset about her past. She misses home. She started crying. Then in her head, an orb or a core memory, he came out in sadness. And so that's something that she'll remember probably forever. It's kind of the same for me, but in a different way. I got bullied she got. I'm not comparing myself to a movie. I'm just saying it's something I'll remember forever. All right. All right. The next thing, the constant arguing. All right. My family hasn't always been the most functional with each other. Like, we've had so many ups and downs. We've had, like, our mom even admits that me, my brother, and sister have not had a good childhood, which I think is, like, she thinks it's sad. Other people think it's sad. Some people don't understand it. I know people have had it way worse, but the way it was for me was you kind of find into I was, I guess. But the point is, they constantly arguing. All right, so me, my brother, and sister, we argued a lot. Like, we still argue, but not as much. Like, me and my brother used to like fight over stupid things. Now we're like best friends. And, like, he's probably my best friend in this house, besides the cats. I cannot block out the cats. They're the best. So we argued a lot. It was just a bunch of stuff like, you're fat. That was directed towards me, just saying. And you're fat, you're stupid, you're a bunch of stuff like that. And it just got worse. It like escalated. And then I'm gonna say, like, in the past I'm gonna say this school year, honestly, it's gotten way better. Or like, we've all been getting along more. We still have the occasional arguments, but we're more happy now, which I love. All right. I just had a lot of arguing, and it traumatized me. Not traumatized. It like hurt me. It affected me in a lot of ways. But people say that's like a normal thing, which I agree is. But the way they displayed it, it was not the best. And people usually say like the oldest child is the worst. Sometimes that's a lie, because I'm the oldest. Yeah. Alright. Moving on. Alright. My next thing, living in a trailer. Alright. Some people I know are homeless. I'm not like saying I'm not saying living in a trailer is bad. But alright. We lived in a really nice house. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I loved it. We like had like, our dad made us he built our own playground. That was amazing. And we had these two amazing neighbors. I think they were really cool. Like, me and my brother, Chloe wasn't born yet, aka my sister. We weren't born. We were like the best friends. Those were the only friends I had. But they had school, and they were like way older than us too, which I thought was really cool. I think one of them was 8 at the time, and the other was like 12. Either way, me and Colin, we were like 4, 5, 6 ish, in that range. We were young, but here is the moving part. All right, so my mom was pregnant with Chloe, which this was a long time ago. She's 12 right now. All right. We moved from a nice house to a trailer. So the explanation about that, we went camping there for the weekend. It was fun. We enjoyed it. But a lot of stuff, not a lot of stuff was bad. Our chair caught on fire if we were next to a creek. That was something pretty funny to remember. But I just think moving there was kind of I don't know if the right call or the wrong call. I mean, in a way, I kind of think of it as a blessing, because I'll mention that later in the highs part. But it just wasn't. I just didn't care for it. Like, neighbors were bad. They were like, I don't want to specify, but I'm not saying where I used to live, because that's, I don't know. I don't know, like, stuff like that, but, like, we lived near a campground, and, like, I don't think I could say it, but drugs were sold there. People were, like, partying all the time. It just wasn't a good environment for me, my brother, and my sister. It just was not a good spot. And the trailer was small too. It was falling apart when we were like moving in. We kind of got it slightly rebuilt, but that didn't last. Basically, we rented at the place. It was cheap, and the landlord wanted us out before like the ceiling collapsed. Like, that's how old it was and run down. But yeah, it just wasn't the best living experience. Like, I think it's cooler to live around here. Like, if you've seen any of like my shorter videos, like where like I got a chair thrown at me that one time, that was really fun. It was in like that one midnight challenge that I did with Colin, Ethan, and my sister. That was fun. Like, where we did hide and seek. We have a lot more to explore, but in a way, I mean, the campground was fun, but it was bad. Like, yeah. All right, let's move on. This one is kind of cheesy. If you're like one of those popular people, I don't want to like, I don't know, put you guys down or anything. Like, this may not seem like a big deal to you guys or something. I don't know. I'm not the best explanationer. That's not even a word. I'm kidding. I don't actually know that, but this one is being bullied at school. Yeah. Now that I say it out loud, it does sound kind of embarrassing. I think I was bullied a lot in my school years. Like, my 8th grade, well, no, 6th, 7th, 8th, and those were probably my worst grades, where I was bullied the most. That was like people always talk trash about me. They spread rumors about me. It was that's not a good sign. I'm just kidding. It's not a joke. Where was I going with this? I was bullied a lot in school. Some people say it was like my brother, when we argued all the time, he said I was ugly, which sometimes I kind of believe it, because I'm not the most attractive person. Yeah, that's like a thing I do believe. Like, I'm not the best looking person. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to like put myself down or get this video super down or anything, but yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want to like get into that area, but I was basically bullied a lot in school. People called me dumb. People called me not good looking, apparently, as I described a little too much. Alright, so probably my 8th grade year, I joined a sport for the first time. I wanted to like actually like get physical. I wanted to like get into sports. I wanted to like try to do something good to like make myself seem better. But that was a turn. That made me that was one of the worst versions of myself possible. I'm like tearing up a little bit just thinking about it. Like, I think we did a Christian retreat. That's one of my highs, so I'm gonna save that description for later. But in that way, it changed me. But when I joined football, it was a reckoning for me. I swore a lot, which I don't swear now, thank goodness. I just was not the best. But anyway, I swore, I bullied, and in football, I just now realized that I didn't now realize this, but I knew about it. I did get in fights in football, which it was luckily wasn't too bad. I didn't win any. I'm just saying. But the coaches didn't do anything about that, so that's the messed up part. But anyway, that was like one of my worst. That was probably like the worst version of myself. I'm just saying. And I'm lucky I'm not that way anymore. I don't think people at school always see me that way. I try to be more fun. Like, I try to be more creative, and I try to, like, I don't know. I stopped cussing. That helped. Yeah. I was messed up. All right. So that kind of leads me to the next final low, which is the lowest of the low, which is my depression. All right, so depression it's definitely it's a headache. A lot of teens go through it. Like, I definitely went through it. Like I took it too far, I guess. My depression was, like, I was low all the time. I was sad. I was cutting myself. I'm throwing that out there because I trust you guys. I don't do that anymore, just saying. But I cut myself. I treated myself like one of those punching bags that you could just, like, beat up, I guess. But it was, like, in a more brutal way. Like, cruel. Like, I was harsh to myself. I didn't, like, do anything like drugs or anything. I've never done that. Don't plan on it. Just saying. If that gets me demonetized because I said that word, I'm gonna be upset. But my depression, those were, like, my big having control of my okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But, like, my depression, I definitely, like, took that to the next level. I turned that depression into anger, to fear. So that's how I got this scar, and that's a scar I'm not proud of. So, if anyone didn't know, that's how I got this scar. You wanna know how I got these scars? I'm not saying I'm not joking about that. I mean, I just basically made a reference, but I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. I'm not the best, but that's how I got my scar. Now I look at it in the past, I realized I was stupid. But sometimes I still get depressed, but it's not as bad as I used to. Like, early in the school year, my junior year, current school year, I was really happy and well. And then, like, I was able to help people. That's what I want to do. That's what I've been trying to do. But eventually through the year, I felt like something wasn't there. Like, I felt like I haven't been able to help people as much. Because I don't know. I felt like I kind of lost that sense of, like, I lost that grip on helping people. But that's definitely, like, one of my goals. I want to help as many people as possible. Alright. I was going with something, but I feel like I just dropped it. Alright, oh yeah, so it was kind of like I was getting sad about that. And I kind of got bullied a little bit this year, but it definitely was not as bad. Like, sometimes, like, people, like, call me an idiot, but in more friendly ways. Like, the boys, my friends at school, we call ourselves the boys. which is amazing. They're great people. Well, like we often I don't want to say bully, but we can just like it kind of be offensive to each other. We have had our fair share of arguments. I've joined the boys last year. That was fun. I'm glad I did that. But we all have arguments. We all have those like days, and I try to we all try to. We can't lose each other. Basically, we all have each other's backs. Really, it's amazing. Which I'm the only junior in that group. The other two of them are seniors, which are graduating or graduated, I think. And the rest are basically sophomores. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that's just so weird. Like, most of my friends are in different grades. I don't have many friends that are juniors. I have, like, at least a few. Which is okay. Let's get into the highs. Alright. This is in order, but don't question me about this really, but my lowest one is starting a YouTube channel. Okay, so, yes, it is the lowest. I love doing YouTube. I love, putting myself out there for people to, see me, watch, maybe laugh at me in a playful way. Like you're laughing with me, not at me. I hope you guys are like that. But this definitely is, these ones are highs, so they are good. If I didn't even mention making a YouTube channel, then you guys would probably much be like nothing to me, which that is a lie. I love all of you. But starting a YouTube channel is definitely up there as one of the best things I've done. And I've always wanted to do this. I've never really wanted to do it for money. I wanted to help people. I did also want to get some money off of it to make more entertaining videos, but the reason I asked myself, why did I want to do YouTube? I wanted to help people. I wanted to do fun stuff. I wanted to, I don't know, make new friends. Get more public notice. But nevertheless, I'm glad I did it. I have friends that do YouTube. Ninja Beat Taco, he does gaming videos. It was ZS Livey Studios. I've been working with him a while. We recently just uploaded a thing on his channel. That it's a fight that I wrote. Not a real fight. It's a stop motion fight. It's a pretty good season so far. So go check that out. I started working with him second season as a voice actor. Not my best. I did good in some of it. Some I didn't do as well. But anyway, YouTube's given me more opportunities. I've been able to I was helping write the scripts. Me and some of the boys did podcasts, stuff like that. I've basically done more stuff I've always wanted to do. Alright, my next thing is theater. Alright, so theater my first show was Jungle Book. It was a fun show. I was a monkey. I remember I was so young, and I was supposed, there was a person that they wanted for that role, but they didn't think about, I don't know really the full story, but basically my mom is friends with the directors, and they plan on casting me as Baloo, which I was cool with. My first show getting a lead role, but then this another man got it, which I'm really glad that he did, because he did phenomenal. And I loved my role as a monkey. I just loved to be crazy and just move around a lot. I tend to do that a lot, don't I? That's what's kind of started my theater thing. I've started theater because, well, I'll get to that when I reach my goals, the goals portion. As you guys probably know what this is leading to, maybe. All right, I'm moving on to the next one. All right, I mentioned these guys earlier. And this was spending time with the boys. All right. Spending time with the boys was probably like my most favorite memories in high school. I have not had like my freshman year was trash. I might do a future YouTube video later, or like possibly get some school people around. I might do this next year when I'm about to graduate, like highs and lows of high school, stuff like that. But I don't want to like get into like my freshman year. I was basically the same way I was in my eighth grade year, but more better. But still, I was a bad person. But I had a lot of problems in that 2-year gap. But I'm better now. Alright. So, spending time with the boys, I started hanging out with them my sophomore year. I used to be like jealous of my brother, but now I'm like a part of it because it's so cool. It's me and my brother, his best friend, probably one of my other best friends. It's amazing. We're like brothers. We party all the time. Not those type of parties. We go outside in the night, like middle of the night. We play hide and seek. It's so fun, but we want to have a party so badly. I shook the camera a little bit, so we do a lot of stuff. It's so fun. We just want to have a party so much, but this whole coronavirus thing, it's kind of taken us away from that. I want to see my friends. Like, we have a big group chat. We have we have a group chat with 12, 13 people, maybe. Wait. "13 people. Well, it's amazing. We even have one for a school. Well, one for people at school can get on and join. It's fun. I got to know them more. They got to know a little bit of me more. I never really respond because sometimes they can get kind of annoying. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm saying it in a brother kind of way. Oh well, you guys know what I mean. We're moving on. All right. One of my favorite things I've done in my childhood. This one I loved so much. This was my first vacation, pretty much. By pretty much, I mean I was young. I went to Florida. I do not remember much of it. I do remember seeing dolphins. I think I've seen their horn. It's not horns, is it? Fins. This is what quarantine's been doing to me. But basically, this was 2 years ago. All right, my mom. We had a life group. We all decided to take a vacation to a place up in Michigan. That was amazing. We got a nice place. I don't know if you guys follow my Instagram, you should definitely do that. And I think I still have pictures up. I know I have it on Facebook. Yes, I'm a Facebook user, so don't judge me. I have pictures of those events. Those are my favorite. Some of my most favorite childhood events. Seriously, my mom's friends. Our pastor was there. Our church pastor. Yeah, you guys get the point. Their kids, everyone's kids were there. It was so fun. And then me, Colin, and Ninja B Taco, which is Ethan. I'm just gonna say his name. He came too, which was amazing. All three of us, picture a steep hill, and then there was a giant staircase that contained 2,000 steps, which, if it's not explained enough, that's a lot of steps. So it's 60 stories worth of stairs. So that's a lot of stairs. Me, Colin, and Ninja B Taco. I'm just gonna say Ethan, just throwing it out there. That's his name. But we basically we went down to it led down to a beach. We watched the sunset. We we took so many good pictures. I think on one of Colin Kuntz's posts, go follow him on Instagram. And his first post is a picture of him in doing some kind of pose for the sunset. It's a great picture, and that's saying something for the camera we had. But it was so fun. We all got to hang out on the beach. There was a lot of fun stuff. I'm never gonna forget that. I'm grateful that we done it. I want to do it again. Hopefully it happens again. But alright, as you know, this is a life group thing from church. This leads to number 1. Alright, church events, more specifically youth group events. So, church events, if you guys have seen a video I've done in the summer, it was like a Spider-Man thing. It was at a youth conference called Momentum. The best week of summer. Those are my best memories. I've been there 4 or 5 times now, and if this whole coronavirus doesn't mess this up, it's gonna be like a 5th or 6th time. I cannot keep them straight. Wait, I'm just gonna try. This year will be my 5th one. I'm so excited for it, but I hope the coronavirus does not mess that up, because it's life-changing. I'm telling you. If you guys have not been, find a church that goes, because it's fun. Or come to my church, Sunlight Community Church. It's a great church. But it's closed right now. It is, however, on YouTube. Just type in Sunlight Community Church. You'll find it. There's some really good premieres on it. Good messages. Amazing stuff. But it has a lot of stuff for youth group, for kids, for younger kids, not my age kids. I'm not a kid anymore, just saying. For adults, for specifically women. I think there's one for men. It's basically there's a lot of stuff. It's amazing. So if you would like to do that, they're definitely go search them up. They're pretty amazing. Alright. So I've done many church events. It wasn't just Momentum. There's a thing called Ice Camp. That was this year's Ice Camp was one of my most favorite yet. Ethan got to go, aka Ninja B Taco. Oh, some of my best friends went. ZS Libby Studios, or Zach Libby, he went. That was fun. Our youth pastor went. His friend and my friend went. Basically, we're all friends. Me, Colin, and Ethan, we were the only high school. Oh wait, and Zach. We were the only high schoolers there, though. But it was fun. We all got closer. That was so fun. We got to late at night. We played games outside of the dorms. That was so fun. And this year, I hope they do it next year, because it's definitely something I love. I've been there in the past. One time is Colin and I and 2 women, and then the next year it was I should say my pastor for my first year as well, which was me, Colin, and the two women. The youth pastor was there. Well, he formerly was the youth pastor. Now he's the pastor, or he was there along with them. I said this. Then the next year it was a youth group. I don't want to say assistant, but helper. That means assistant. It was me. It was Colin and I and him. That was it. So that was pretty fun. It was more chill. We've done more. We did sledding. We all mostly talked and stuff, which I I like talking personally. Like, we got to know him, he got to know us. I love doing stuff like that. Thought someone was at my door. But this year was my favorite year because, like, we actually had so many people go. It was so fun. Next year, I hope we're able to get way more people to go. If there even is ice camp next year, I hope it is. I hope there will be, because it's fun. All right. Oh my gosh. And my youth group in general, they're my family. I love them. Like, there's so many good things that I've done with them. Like, one of my best days ever was, it was during like the Christmas season. We like went to a senior citizen home. I think that's what they're called. Well, we sang carols. That was amazing. It was after Charlie Brown, the show Charlie Brown. I think I may have promoted that once on this channel. I do not remember. But anyway, after that, me, Colin, and a friend from my school, which was also in the show, really cool person. The three of us went to go to our youth group caroling. We sang. People were like happy to see us. We were happy to see them. I was happy to see I was happy in both ways. I got to see my friends, aka they're my family. I don't know if it's still in my bio for my Instagram, but it says my friends are my family. I believe that fact 100%. Like, really, right there, that's my youth group's logo. Fuse. Love it. But like, after that, like, it was amazing. After that, we went back to the youth group spot, which is called the Fuse Box. I love it. Just listen to me like geek out over this. It's so amazing. It has like almost a lot of stuff. It has band instruments, couches, TVs, projectors. That kind of fits in the same category. Games, people, fun, food. It's so amazing. And, like, we have pictures of like stuff we've done, ice camp, momentum. It does advertisements as well. It's so amazing. We have like a long table, so some of us can just eat, and sometimes we just like, we may have a dinner and just like have the long table as like grab food and go sit at the couches and just talk and play games. It's so fun. I love it. But specifically to that Christmas thing, we all went to the Fuse Box, and we did a white elephant. That's the word. And we did that. It was so fun. And alright, so I don't remember what I got my person. I don't even remember who got it. Oh, right. I bought a hat. It was like a chimney in Santa's feet. Well, back was like sticking up. The legs were up and dangling, in which the youth pastor's daughter got that. And then we also had one thing to, like, we basically had, we could steal one, not in a bad way. Like, we could either keep it, well, open it, or steal it. Like, open a new present or steal someone else's. And one of my best friend's dad, he like took it from him. Took it from her. Sorry. It was just a good time. I loved it. That was definitely one of my best days ever. And after that week, like, that was like the best part of my week. Youth group's always been the best part of my week personally. But wow, just the stuff I've done, the stuff we've done, the stuff I've learned, it's just amazing. Like, yeah, we're a family there. Alright, so those were my highs and lows. This video is definitely going longer than I thought it would be. Thought it'd be like 15 minutes, but no, it's like almost 40. But now we're talking about the goals. These are not in order. Alright. My first goal is the closest one. Is that right? Yes, is to go to Operation Barnabas. I have talked about this in the past, I think. I think I've mentioned it in my last video. I don't remember. Either way, it's like a 3-week long youth conference thing. It's like a ministry training thing. It's one of my best friends went there. 2 of my best friends actually. It's one of the best. Like one of my friends found a college through there. It's just it changes people and for the good. And my goal is to go there, but if this whole coronavirus like messes with that, oh man, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, it's expensive. I just want to do this. It's a good opportunity. I got accepted personally. I met the host of it. Amazing person. In the group, like we split off from California to Pennsylvania, which I think Pennsylvania's canceled, which is where I'm going. Well, I was going. I think they're gonna try and find a safer spot, which it's all in God's plan where we go. But like my team, like the leader of that team, like basically like made a group chat, and so everyone there's pretty cool. I like them all. Like they're all from all over. One of my best friends is also in my group, and one of my friends from one of my best friends' church. I often go to 2 different churches. Okay, it's a long story, but one of my best friends, his friend, which I'm kind of friends with, is also going. So I get to know that person more, and I get to I've heard that it's life changing, and I believe it. So I'm excited. I just hope my mom's kind of iffy if I should go, which I want to go so badly. But I believe it'll happen. Alright, that's the closest goal I've got. These goals are not in order. There's only a few of them. It's only 5. But now I just said one, so it's 4. The next one is pretty simple. Graduate. That's it. Alright. This one's definitely going to be something I want to talk about. Alright, this one is get a movie franchise that I've been writing published. Yes. I've been writing my own superhero franchise since I was in 4th grade. I hope it happens. There's a character that I have specifically saved for me, a character specifically saved for Colin. He's somewhere on the phone with some of the boys. I don't know why I'm not there. Oh wait, because I'm making a video. That's not a bad thing. But basically, me and my brother, our whole lives, we basically came up with ideas. We thought about stuff. What if we did a superhero franchise of its own? Completely original. There's no comics of it. So, it's completely original. All the characters, the powers are not all made up. Well, some of them obviously are pretty common powers. My character does not have powers, but smart and strong. Colin's character is powerful and kind of, I don't know much, but we also have aliens. I want to get a lot of stuff into this franchise. I want to have multiverse travel, stuff like that. I might also be doing possibly soon a no budget series for my character that I'm gonna have, just to have you guys know the character, because the first character that's gonna bring it in is my character, which is me. I'm gonna try to be the producer. Well, me and Colin basically are the producers. I want to be the lead role. Well, probably gonna be the lead role. Hopefully stuff works out. If I'm able to get that, that's gonna be amazing. If, however, things don't go the way I plan. Like, I plan to go to college for acting. I recently found online a pretty legit acting thing. It's like classes and stuff. It does look pricey, but I feel like I could like possibly manage it. It looks like people can like do stuff from it. And plus, next year maybe, I don't know, is like I have a chance for scholarships for theater related stuff because I'm in theater now. That's the reason why I joined theater in the first place, because I love acting. And basically I've been writing this English story basically my whole life. I'm gonna say it's my life's work, and I just think it's gonna be amazing. Like, I have so many pictures I've drawn. I've gotten so many ideas. I just think it's gonna be amazing. People would love it. It's gonna go so many. It's like gonna. It's not a copy of Marvel. I'm not trying to do that. It's gonna be like, okay, so it's gonna be like a bunch of movies leading to one big event. It's gonna be like that, but its own way. Like, it's gonna take its time, which Marvel did that as well. Yada yada yada. I want to like make my own franchise, like these of like superhero movies. Like, I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? Like I wanted like a superhero has time travel. He somehow travels to the future, meets control, like not controllers of time, but like basically people who like kind of like keep time in check, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Well, I mean I do, but I can't say it for words because I don't want to like get into like the actual movie. Like there's gonna be a lot of movies, and I'm excited for it. There's gonna be a lot of character development. I want it to be as realistic as possible as well. Okay, so by realistic, I mean not Christopher Nolan realistic. I plan like there's gonna be aliens. There's gonna be magic. Like that's a small part. Magic isn't that big. I mean, it does get kind of big a little bit. It's not the best, well, the most important thing, I guess. But like what I mean by realistic is, excuse me, people like it's gonna be legit. Like should the superheroes have a secret identity, which my character will have a secret identity to protect the ones he loves, which sounds like Batman, but it's gonna have like public opinions and stuff. It's just gonna be like, I want it to be realistic like that. I also want it to be fun. I want it to have character. I cannot talk. Character development, a lot of fun stuff. I want it to be realistic and fun. I want it to be okay. So like Avengers Endgame, if you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. That's all I'm gonna say for that. But like their time travel concept, I want it to be like that kind of realistic. Like if it's like multiverse travel, I'm thinking like that's a huge concept I need to think of for my own. Yeah. I was being too loud apparently. I want to like have. I was thinking black holes that lead to another universe, and like taking like black hole energy and like converting that to like some kind of space ray gun or something. I don't know. That will come into the future. Like I'll figure something out. But like most careers, there should be a secondary thing. I'm not saying my secondary is bad. I want to do both. I want to go into ministry. Being in ministry, people have been saying I would be pretty good at it. Which I think, when I first heard that, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. But then I thought about it. I spent time talking to God about it, and I still don't know the answer, really, if I'm being honest. Like, if that's something that God's pushing me to do, maybe OB will open that door, maybe. But I still want both. I still want the movie franchise. I want both ways, really. My I'm thinking. I don't really know. Like, if I lived in a perfect reality, I would. Yeah, my church that I go to. mm, Ooh, I wish that would move. That would be, like, for the movie bit. Like, I don't want to say. I want it to take over the movie business. Like, I want the movie business to basically be connected to my church, because, like, I don't want. I don't mean like making like making like stuff or whatever. I don't know how to word it, but basically just in the same area, I guess. But movie stuff's like in California, which I'm far from. I'm in Indiana, so that's gonna be a disappointment. So it's gonna be like, I don't know. I want to live in California. I love warm weather. My uncle actually lives in California, so that would be good to see him. I want to like. I don't want to get too descriptive of it, but I want to like, I don't know. I would love to work for my church. Like, I'm already a youth group leader, student leader I should specify, and I would just love to work in my church. It's like, not an assistant, but like a pastor or a youth pastor. I remember I job shadowed my youth pastor. That was one of my favorite times. We like I told him I told him I'm like interested in like his job as a youth pastor. Is it pastor or pastor? So I keep saying pastor or pastor. Um, Hopefully I'm saying it wrong. I'm probably gonna get bashed in the comments for saying it like that. But all right. What I'm saying is I job shadowed him for one of my classes. That was so fun. I loved it, and I feel like that kind of like set up the idea of me. Like, it didn't necessarily come to my mind, but that's probably when like the ministry thing came into my head. And I don't remember who said it. Like, a few people said I would be a good person to be in ministry, which, at first I didn't know. I don't know. It's in God's plan. I don't know. I'm gonna put my trust in Him. But we should move on. All right. The next one, is probably the least likely gonna happen out of all of these, which is build my own home. I would love to build my own house. All right. I don't know how many people you've known. I cannot talk. Dang it! All right. I wanted to build my own house for like a few months now because my whole life I've never felt at home. Well, I mean, that's a lie. I felt at home at youth group, and church. Basically, that's where home is for me. So that's why I was like talking about the whole thing like previously, like just recently. I'm thinking about building my own home. Like, I don't want it to be too expensive. I want it to be my own. I want it to have like a pool. I want it to have like room for people so they can like have fun in. I don't want to say party because I don't know. Oh, I'm not. I like partying, not that type of partying. I'm not about that. But like just going over and like hanging out, like basically that's kind of what I want. Like, my house it's a decent size. Like right now, it's a 2-story house. But it's really old, and I love my house, but I do not feel at home here really. I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, I love this property. Like, there's a lot to be explored still. Also, I have like 3 barns, which is just insane. 1 house, and there's like a lonesome road. There's like a lonesome road that I've explored in a really old video that I've done. So, yeah, I do want to build my own home. So, like I said, that's probably the least likely of them. Alright. the last one, I feel like I'm gonna specify the most of my goals is to do what I promised at myself. Right. There is this is gonna be I feel like it's gonna be kind of sensitive for me as a person, but it, did I skip one? No, I did not. Wait. All right, I didn't skip. Sorry, I hit the camera on accident. I didn't skip one, but all right, I it. Oh, I probably should have established in the goals. This isn't gonna be like stuff like the goals aren't gonna be get married or have kids, get married and have kids. It's not gonna be stuff like that. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Probably not. But I'm just gonna stay out of that area right now because I'm. This is my second. Like, it's 1:14 in the morning right now. This is basically my second day as an adult, and I still haven't gotten any sleep since my first day. But, like, one of my goals, I want to do what I promised myself in the past, which is kind of sensitive. All right, I'm not my family's not the richest. We're like medium-ish. We used to be like, I've had a bad childhood. I'm just throwing that out there. I've had a bad childhood. I don't want my kids to experience the same stuff I have, which what I've experienced was pretty painful. Better not cry. Like I don't know how to describe it without being too. I don't know. Like, I want to love my family, and like live the dream. Like, I know acting has a lot of work, but I want to spend time with my family. I want to like be there for them. I want to teach them new things because like I haven't had the opportunities is that they will have. Like, I never really learned to play sports. I've never been a good person at sports. Like, my family, we weren't that sporty, but we're kind of sporty now-ish. My sister is in volleyball, she's in volleyball. Colin and I are in theater, so is Chloe, my sister. But basically, we haven't had a good childhood. I just don't want my kids to experience the same stuff I have. So I want to be there for my family, care about them, be with them, because family is one of the most important things to me. Like, on like the top two things that I care about most, number one, God, obviously. The second one is family. That's basically what it is. Like, that's what's more important. Well, that's basically the second most important thing to me. God is always number one because he provided me with the family. Yeah, it's about fighting with the family. Wait, did I say that right? I don't think I said the quote right. Fast and Furious. It's all about family. Excuse my poor interpretations. Hope Vin Diesel isn't watching this. Actually, I hope he's watching this. So, I want to love my family. Alright. Basically, like, there's like a 3-part checklist to doing what I've promised. Right. One is help others. I want to. Okay, so I said, like, doing a movie franchise, that's pricey, and I can get a lot. Like, the people that are in this can get a lot of money for it. I can get a lot of money for it, but I don't want to like use the money all for myself. Like, obviously, I want to build a house. But I want to help others. More importantly, like, I want to raise money for homeless shelters. I want to feed starving children in Africa, not just Africa. I want to like be able to help kids. I'm also. This is still an estimated thing. I might adopt a kid. Like, not now, obviously. Like when I'm married. Like when I have a wife. Doubt that's gonna happen if I'm being honest. It's like, if we talk about it, we could potentially adopt a kid, which I would love. He would be as important as all my other kids. I only plan on having two biological kids. But I am considering adopting a kid. Not now, obviously. But there's not a direct answer. Wow, we've been filming for an hour now. But anyway, I just want to help as many people as possible. Raise money for not even just people, animals. I want to like help animals, domestic animals, like find good homes. Like make people happy, make people healthy, just safe. I don't know how if I'm describing it sounds kind of like I don't know. There's something about it like the way I'm saying it just doesn't sound right, but anyway, I sound kind of like a socialist or something. If I sound socialist, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be socialist. I'm not saying being a socialist is bad. I'm just reaching in an area I shouldn't reach. Alright. But alright. So basically I want to help others. I want people to be happy. Like Mr. Beast. That's a better area to go into. Like his recent videos, he's been doing so much. Like he did the 20 million trees thing, Team Trees. He's considering. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to start a rumor or anything. It's not a bad rumor. I'm just saying that. But he helps people. He helps homeless people. He gives people money. Like basically, I want to like do that. And helping people is more fun than just like taking all the money for yourself. Like obviously I can use that money for my family, but seriously, helping a lot of people is definitely something I want to do. Like if I'm counting correctly, if I have me, a wife, 2 kids, biologically, and an adopted son, that's 5. That's 5 for the family. There were definitely like if I do this, I can like the acting and stuff. Like I've heard you can get good money from YouTube, which I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. If I do that, I'm considering making music, which that can make a lot of money. I can like doing movies, that can make me a lot of money. And the point is, I don't want to use that money for myself. I want to use it for people who actually need it. Alright. My last thing for this one I need to explain in a little bit, which is don't drink. Alright. So I know people like in the Bible it does say like I don't remember the verse exactly, but like keep like focused, I guess. Like stay focused on God and not like I do not remember the verse. Dang it. It's a verse I cannot remember. It's one alright. It's basic. I'll try defining it, describing it, I should say. It's basically like don't put your mind on like alcohol. Don't like be drunk. And be like keep your head on your head on God. And like focus on that. And like obviously adults also I may all right, let me say something before I continue. In my family, like the reason this is on my goal list, my family, my dad's side of my family, I have to say, we have like I don't know what it's called. It's like an alcohol addiction disorder thing. Like basically it ran in the family. Well, it runs in the family, I should say. I basically want to kill that gene. Like, I know some. All right, so like I was saying, some adults they'll drink. Like my mom, she'll drink barely ever. Like if I ever drink, it'd be like that. Like I don't plan on drinking a lot, or it, if lucky ever. I hope I never drink. I may like try it. I'm not saying I'm gonna get drunk or anything, but I'll try. I'll like try. I'm not gonna do anything strong like liquor or anything. I don't even know if I should say that on YouTube. I feel like I could get demonetized for that. I don't know. But some adults they'll drink, not too. Some not as much as others. I personally plan on I'll drink like I'll have one drink if like I was at an event like Thanksgiving stuff like that. Like one of my relatives he makes wine, and a few other relatives actually make wine in my family actually. You know, like I'll like I would have a drink like one glass, a small glass I guess. Like that's probably the majority I would have because I want to be sober minded and focused on God. So that's basically like my goal because I want to like my objective in that is to kill that drinking gene. Like I know my parents say I have it. So I want me, Colin, and Chloe, my siblings, aka those are my siblings, just saying. And I want to like work with them to like kill that gene. Like we're all gonna like I want to keep each other like accounted for, make sure we don't like overindulge. I think that's a proper term. Like like we don't drink as much. Like basically like it's all right, the three of us, the family tree. It basically like this isn't the best interpretation. I just didn't realize that, but I'm gonna try and fix what I'm saying. But basically, like the like branches down here, that's us. This is the like past, which is the alcohol, like the people with like a heavy alcohol addiction, which is like my past generation from my family. I keep coughing. Or I'm dehydrated. It's probably that. But anyway, it's my three of us. I want to try and get the three of us to kill that gene. I know just the three of our generations alone will not do that. So the three of us, we have our separate kids. We teach them the same thing. Don't drink. Don't drink as much like in the past. Like don't get drunk. Don't like be sober minded. Yeah, sober minded is the right term. And yeah, and just have that continue, and eventually that gene will die out. I don't know. I'm not the best on biology, but I don't know if it's in a man, what's the term? I feel like it's assessive and recessive. Recessive being the weaker ones. I'm probably wrong. Recessives are the weaker traits. So like brown eyes are more common than blue eyes. All right, say a dad has brown eyes, the mom has blue eyes. The brown eyes are more of a dominant trait, so the kid will more likely have brown eyes. But like my family, my mom, my dad has blue eyes, so that means like everyone in my family has blue eyes. People say I have beautiful eyes too, so not bragging. Basically that's kind of like the plan. Like eventually I want to like I don't know if this is a dominant trait because apparently all three of us have that disorder. So basically we want to make sure that's a not dominant trait. Like, we want this out of our family tree. Like, basically, me, Colin, and I, we're the start of a new. We're like the seeds of a new family tree. Like, we're obviously a part of the same family as the past, but we're changing it. Like, the three of us we're gonna. Our future generations won't be like, basically the past will come to an end. I don't think that was worded directly, but like the alcohol addiction stuff will basically come to an end. Like, the disorder for alcoholism will come to an end, and that'll get out of my family's thing, like DNA, and that's definitely one of my biggest goals. And that's even if I have kids. I hope. I mean, I'm young. Yeah. Oh man. I still have a long time to think about that. So, those are my goals. Right. I'm probably gonna get off soon because I've been talking for like an hour now. This was definitely meant to be like 15 minutes or 20. It's definitely not that. And I'm tired and I don't want to edit anymore. Well, I don't want to edit in general because I'm tired. I still have some stuff I need to finish. So that's fantastic. I'm tired. And, anyway, alright. So, I'm gonna like do a quick recap of how I've been during this quarantine. I know the coronavirus, people are pretty annoyed with it. Some people are taking it more seriously, some less. Protest. Anyway, like, one of my best friends, like, on my Instagram, I probably shouldn't have said best friends part first, but basically I've done a Q&A thing for the part 2, but only one person, which is one of my best friends, and asked a question. So, no one gave me an answer, so there isn't gonna. If I try again, hopefully there will be more. Alright, so we got one person, so they also said no shout out, so I won't give them a shout out. So they said, how's Corona season affecting you? Basically, I don't know. It's mixed feelings, I guess. I'm like, the person that asked this, I missed my youth group. I miss you, which you're technically a part of my youth group. I miss my friends, aka the boys. I miss my youth group, which I said this, which are also my friends. Basically, I'm okay. Like, basically, the only people I see every day is my mom, my sister, and my brother. And that's even if I'm lucky, because my sister's been painting a lot. That's her new hobby. That's been her new hobby. Colin, he does homework, he plays video games all the time, he also works out, which I work out too, which I will not be able to do that for a while because I did get a back injury recently. And the thing is, it's unexplainable in how I got it. Like, it's kind of bad. Like, I might have to get surgery. I don't want to explain it too much because I don't know. I don't know much about it. But basically, I got a back injury. It's more of the lower, so that's not like why I'm wearing like don't some people with like back injuries like wear something like right here? Basically, like, my upper body's fine. My lower body, they said, like, I went to the doctors yesterday. They said, like, it can kind of, that possibility thing of what I have or whatever, like, I don't have anything, like a disease or anything, just saying that. They said that, like, that injury could, like, cause, like, cause some like bad movement in your lower body, like that can mess up my spine, like my lower spine, and basically stuff like that, and that can like do some damage. So I may have to get surgery. Do not worry, I will not die. I've suffered worse. What if I get surgery? Prayers about that. But hopefully I won't have to. It's like there isn't a direct answer. That they're still looking into what I like got. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's graphic-ish. I don't want to talk about it, and yeah. So there's no clear answer to what happened. I don't even know what happened. I was supposed to say there's no way it's been me sleeping, but anyway, I injured my lower back somehow. I don't know how. And yeah, I may need to get surgery to get something removed or something. I don't know. Enough about that. I'm gonna continue my recap thing. Well, that is a recap. Alright. I've done a camp out with my youth group. Not in person. It was over a Zoom meeting. That was my favorite Zoom meeting. We played a game called House Party. That was so fun. Colin and I, we've bonded a lot. So, I'm trying to think what else. I cannot really think of much besides my birthday, school, hanging out with family. Basically, in a way, the coronavirus like made me realize people, like, I already knew people were important, but like people are valuable. Like I'm not trying to be like not greedy. It's not the word. Picky. Like, I love face-to-face interactions. I don't like texting. Like, don't feel bad if you text me. I love getting texts from people, like friends. I don't know if you guys have my number. I don't know how, unless you know me. Then we're good. But basically, I prefer face-to-face interactions. Getting some I can handle texts. I still don't like my first face-to-face interactions. Phone calls I like, but it's kind of like a problem of mine, I guess. Like, I don't like using my phone. Like I don't want to be addicted to my phone and then like talk to people through a screen or like through not inbox, but like text, like one of those text talk dialogue. I forgot what they're called. But basically, I don't like talking to people like through texting or anything like that. I'm fine with it, but I prefer face-to-face interactions. I'm sure I'm not the only one. If you are, I want to know if you are. Comment that down below. Alright, so I probably dragged you guys on for like ever now. So I think I'm gonna finally let you guys off. If you guys still watch this, thank you. Like, comment if you did, because I'm gonna be honestly shocked, because this video is way more boring than I expected. Which I didn't plan for it to be too exciting. Oh well. But comment if you stayed till the end. And you know what? Just text happy 18. Like, hashtag Cameron's 8. No, that's too big. Just do hashtag 18 or something like that. Or, I don't know. And if like if anyone's like watching actually I'm not really gonna go there because I don't know how many people are gonna watch this, and I like to communicate with people, but if it's like, I doubt there's gonna be like this many, but like 10,000 people watching this, and if I like gave out like some kind of way to contact you or something, I don't want my phone to be blown up full of text messages. But I was supposed to say, if you're any of my friends are watching this and made it this far, hit me up. Like, it'd be good to catch up with you guys. But alright. Right. I may do not a part two, but I may do a future one like this. I think I've said this earlier, my senior year, like towards the end, I'll get a few school students. I won't be alone, like I always am. Besides God, God's always there with you and me, and all of us. Um, I'll get a few people from school. We'll talk. We'll share our memories. We'll do our highs. We'll do our lows. Stuff like that. And like maybe we'll talk about like colleges, stuff like that. All right. All right. If you like the video, press the thumbs up button. It makes me feel more special about myself. Also, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me, and turn on the bell if you want to hear that there's going to be more about me. So, bye guys. Love you guys.